Hello. Okay, this is not one of our first 7 days, but this is an important contest trip. I wanted to expand upon that a little bit. It is right now that I'm recording this, the beginning of our Leaders Year, which is the very 1st of October. Our Leaders Year runs from October 1st through September 30th. During this qualifying time is our LIPS trip qualification. Our LIPS trip happens every year in January. I was able to attend the first one, the first year that I signed up, which was the Bahamas in January of 2017, and just qualified a few months ago for a trip to Costa Rica with my husband in January of 2018. So I want to break this down for you guys and kind of let you know how simple it is to start no matter when you start in your business. I started in January of 2016 and was able to still qualify for that just by sharing my love of it and signing up distributors, helping them start businesses, and continuing to sponsor. The LIPS trip stands for League of Independent Personal Sponsors. This is just about sponsoring on your first line and helping to coach and mentor your first line to do the same. It is based on what's called a DV or distributor volume per each distributor. So an easy way to break this down is, say we're starting this whole Leaders Year over again. So you could sign up a distributor right now. There has been a change in the contest. You do not receive any points just for signups. At one point in time in the last Leaders Year, you received 300 points for every distributor that you signed up. In the name of full transparency, they've changed that so that that distributor not only has to sign up but also has to place orders to qualify and count towards your distributor volume for that trip. For the contest, for level 1, and this is going to be backwards as I can't flip this around for you guys. And level 1, the 50,000 is what is required on your first line, and I'll break that down in a minute, to qualify for a trip for just you. 60,000, which I don't have written in there, 60,000 is what you need to qualify for a trip for you and a discounted trip for a second person. To qualify for yourself and a guest, fully paid for, this is airfare and everything, you need 100,000 on line 1 or 2 combined. So that is where your second line comes into play. If you break this down, the requirements are that 1,500 distributor volume, and that's counted per their PV. You can get 1,500 DV per one distributor per quarter. So it maxes out. So say I sign up Sally Joe this month. It's October 3rd. Sally Joe places she's ready to front load. She wants to get her stock and testers. So she's getting 1,500 PV. I have now maxed her out for this first quarter of Leaders Year, which runs October, November, December. And so none of the rest of her PV counts, but I have maxed her out and had 1,500 points. Sally Joe, because she's joined me in this quarter, I've maxed her out for that quarter. If she continues to place an average of 500 PV per month, that's just an average, and if she is demoing, building businesses, building her business, demoing, and continuing to just run her business as usual, that's not a super high volume. That's about 2 to 3 demos a month. Nothing crazy. So she's able to move that stock. Per that distributor, we're able to get 6,000 PV for her for the year, the Leaders Year. Again, this is a hypothetical. So hypothetically, if you were able to sponsor 8 to 9 girls, about 9 girls, it comes out to be like 8.3, which we don't have like a third of a person. If you sponsor 9 girls in 3 months, so October, November, December, at some point in those months, and each one of them places a 1,500, maxes out the 1,500 distributor volume per quarter for the Leaders Year, that's your trip for just you, even if they never sponsored anyone, which we know that they're going to sponsor some people. So somebody in there will sponsor. So then that's where it comes into play that you want to launch them, mentor them, coach them, and in the same way, they're going to do the same thing for their downline, and it does snowball. I remember thinking there's no way that I would qualify for that, and then I was like, whoa, it did snowball. That's just the nature of the business when you take care of your first line, that rolls into it. So it is off of your first and second line. Some of the official rules, which you can find in the back office, I'll break those down. You must attend 2 of the corporate sponsored events, Seminar, Leaders, Pit Stop, and January Pit Stop. You must attend Seminar within the year that you qualify. They do make some exceptions if you have just had a baby. There are some exceptions that can be made. But you do need to attend 2 corporately sponsored events. These are super important, not just for your contest and trip requirements, because you do want to, make sure that you have those requirements met. These are huge, huge learning experiences for your business. Meeting with your team. There's so much of our team that lives not close to us, and we can touch base with them and get to know you. So it's really, really important. Do check those out in the back office. That seminar that's in April, Pit Stop that is in July in the summer, which is Princess in Training, Leaders Conference in October. There is a rank requirement for that. Currently it's at Lady. It is a leaders event, so you want to make sure that you're really focused on hitting those requirements before the time period ends. And then January Pit Stop that's in California. So some of you it may be closer to you. The second thing is you must sign managements, which is a management agreement. You can find those details in your back office as well. Usually you're signing that when you hit Countess rank. Details can come in another video for that. You also need that if you are accepting any trip, if you are accepting your car, if you're car qualified. So the really great thing about this sponsoring trip is that if you focus on your first line and your second line, when you hit Lips Trip, there's a really good chance that you're also car qualified before you hit that, because you are growing that first line wide. You're continuing to sponsor. And this can happen. Don't think that you can't sponsor throughout the year and still hit that. Don't think that you can sponsor just 5 people in the fall and the winter, and then 5 more people in the spring, because that will continue. Again, you want to be trying to sponsor 3 to 4 people a month. Always a goal. Sometimes we exceed it, sometimes we don't hit it, but it does average out, and it's very simple. So this is a very simple breakdown to see how you can hit that per distributor. So some people say, oh, well, what about the people that I sponsored last year? It starts all over. That's actually a really great thing about our business, is that it's a level playing field every single time. So the same way that my scorecard for leaders is completely blank because I haven't sponsored anybody just yet. I'm waiting to sign them up so they can take advantage of the Jumpstart closer to their party time. And I'm the same way. I'm starting completely over. It was kind of overwhelming last year when I thought, how am I ever going to qualify for this again? But I didn't worry about it. I just kept sponsoring, coaching my girls in the same way that I did, and I was able to hit it again. Well, when you've been on these trips, they are just incredible. It's 5-star, it's all-inclusive. It's been a really amazing chance for my husband and I to reconnect and travel in ways that we probably wouldn't take the money, since we have small children, even though we're making a good income. And we're spoiled the whole time. There's no work included whatsoever. We do not know yet where this Leaders Year trip is. It's a really fun surprise that's announced at Leaders Conference in 2 weeks from today. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to share that with you guys. So again, you must be in good standing. You must be on track field leader or signed your management's agreement. You must attend 2 of those events, and then you must attend seminars. Seminars got to be either right before or after you qualify. So again, those breakdowns are in the back office. Hopefully this clarifies for you guys, but it's just another trip to be really excited about. It may be something like a goal of yours or a why. And for some people it is to be able to travel. Right now, both my stamps on my passport, my first and only stamps on my passport, are from SeneGence, so it's really exciting. So have a wonderful day. If you want more details, you can message me, comment on this post in this group, or you can look in the back office if you have any questions. There's a great breakdown of this 2017-2018 Leaders Year contest parameters. Thanks, guys.